Hello, as chair of the Capital Campaign, I'm very pleased to be here in our new sanctuary, and what we're going to be doing is sharing with you testimonials from members of our community that have contributed to the Capital Campaign. We hope you enjoy hearing their stories of giving. We hope that it inspires you to get more involved and look forward to potentially interviewing you in the future. If you are interested in having your family or yourself interviewed, please reach out to the church office, and we would love to hear from you. Thank you very much.
When I was working with Congressman Young in Washington, I moved down here to work in his offices here. Mom and Dad were still in Tarpon, but that was too long of a commute for me. So Clearwater, growing up, was always that special place for us to come to, whether it's to go to the Howard Johnson's that used to be on the beach for pistachio ice cream or a club sandwich, or to play tennis at the courts in downtown, or do a Star Spectacular, or just to shop at Moss Brothers and McQuarrie's and some of the old Shorts. I got my first suit at Shorts, you know. So that was the draw of Clearwater. It was just a very special place. Then, because Mom and Dad were still in Tarpon, I was commuting on Sundays to go to St. Nicholas, and was even on the church counseling in St. Nicholas. But then that drive got a little more cumbersome as I got busier with my work, and Sonia Stephanadis one day cornered me and she said, well, why don't you come and help teach Sunday school? And so I taught Sunday school for a few years to some of the senior kids, and did that, and slowly, you know, broke the physical ties to St. Nicholas, not the spiritual ties. So I still would go up there for Epiphany and Easter, but now, you know, my focus is here at Holy Trinity. It's a, you know, beautiful congregation. We have a beautiful new church sanctuary. It's exciting. If I can be political for just a second, it's exciting to come into town now and see a dome that has a cross on it that means something. And people have noticed that throughout the community. So it's something that all of us can be very proud of. I remember also going to school at Davidson. We had to go to church every Sunday, and we had to go to chapel 3 days a week. And Davidson was 25, 30 miles from Charlotte. And the school worked it out with the dean of the faculty would take me to church every Sunday. And I would get there before the priest came, because they didn't do a matins, an orthodox service like we do here, only twice. After the second time, he made sure that he was there before I arrived. And again, it's just one of those things that we don't realize sometimes how fortunate we are to have a faith that's built on not only the Bible in that, but also on the traditions that we have. They can never take that away from us. And I only wish that sometimes we stop worrying about whether or not we're speaking, and I'm going to get myself in trouble, but I'm going to say it anyway, whether we're speaking Greek or we're speaking English. You know, our kids today, and myself included, we don't speak Greek like we used to when we were kids growing up. We have to make sure that we instill in our young people the traditions that we have that have lasted for centuries. And if they lose that hope, they've lost everything. And that's what I hope each one of us as a member of this congregation, as a member of the Orthodox faith, would remember how important it is for us to stay focused on that true goal that has been there in front of us all these years. The important thing is that you give.
Right.
Yeah. Whether it's giving blood or giving to the church, you're making a donation from your heart to help somebody. That's what we have to always keep in mind. Whenever we give it to a charity, whether it's a church or a nonprofit, we're helping somebody, and we ought to be thankful for what we have and that we can share with others, no matter how much it is. I would be lost without my faith. I really look forward, to the holidays, to Sunday mornings, to being able to, even though the service is repetitive and we probably all know it by heart whether we want to admit it or not, it is no big deal to set aside a couple of hours a week. Whenever we need something, what do? We ask God for help. Well, He doesn't ask us to go to church on Sundays, but it's the least that we can do to give back to Him, to worship as a congregation together, as a family together, to build everybody up, because we can't do this by ourselves. When we're alone, we are exactly that, we're alone. But when we're a congregation, when we are a faith, we have each other to support, and we have the past to look back to give us that additional hope and encouragement to continue to go forward, to set the foundations, not necessarily for us. It makes us feel good. I mean, each one of us is proud of this building now, but we didn't do it for that. We did it for the future. And that's what's the beauty, I think, of the Orthodox faith, is that everything that we do ties back to something that goes back hundreds of years. We may not even understand why we do it, but we do it. And that's what I think it's that rock that will always be there, and we can't ever give it up.
Thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy day to view our testimonial. We look forward to the next time, and really appreciate all your involvement in our church and the capital campaign. O Theos Mazisas, may God be with you.